the Andy and Dave Daily right here on a Monday. It's October 1st. Andy O'Reilly, Dave Cackley is over yonder. He's loosening up the tie. He's getting all ready and relaxed. He's ready for big weekend. Yes, everybody's excited about the fact we're into October. It's fall. It could be autumnal weather.
Yes.
Because autumnal's a word now.
I love autumnal.
You do?
I love that. Yeah. I didn't realize it wasn't a word before. Wasn't there the autumnal equinox?
I thought that was something Terry DeBoer just invented.
Autumnal? The word? Yeah. No, the word autumnal has been a word for quite some time.
Oh, well. So shows you what I know.
Yeah, I thought you were the wordsmith.
I was really good with words. That one never came up in the word game with my mom from Reader's Digest when I was little.
Okay. Never had autumnal.
We never had that one. So tell me about your bets over the weekend on your kids' football game.
I didn't have any bets. You know what? I would have bet on his team this weekend.
Yeah.
Because they're playing East Kentwood. I just had a feeling like they'd been getting better every week.
Yep.
And they won. Had their first win of the year.
Hey, how about that?
Max played well, so it was good. Michigan State wins. The America's team beats the Lions, so that was good for me too.
Yep.
I had a good football weekend. Only negative, if there was one negative to the weekend, on Saturday night, I probably had just one scotch too many, and I figured out what the problem was.
You ended up in jail again?
No, not at all.
Oh,
I just had a little bit of a headache. It took a little bit to recover yesterday, which was fine. It was a relaxing day, just watching football and hanging out with Max.
Right.
So that was fine. But yeah, I think it was the problem was this: the first two I had were just on the rocks. It was just scotch, and I didn't mix it with water or anything. And from now on, I probably should, if I'm going to do a scotch on the rocks, should only have one of those on the rocks. And the rest you gotta hydrate with it. And I didn't do enough of that. And I think I mixed in a tequila shot in there too. Somebody was buying me, I said, okay, fine. You're buying. I have a really hard time turning down somebody offering to buy me a beverage. I just do. It's hard. It feels like bad form. It feels like I'm not grateful. So I don't like to politely decline those.
Right.
So I politely accept. And then I didn't feel as well on Sunday. But I'm fine now.
Okay.
I'm good. Ready to roll. It was, like I said, a good weekend. Aside from, probably should have been just 4. Probably shouldn't have pushed the 5th one. That was a bit much.
We live, we learn.
There you go. Exactly.
That's what I had to say.
You're never too old to learn.
Right.
So that was my learning experience and growth period.
No, well, good for you.
What about you? You're having problems with the young people. You're having issues with the youth of America.
Yeah, I went to the football game as advertised on Friday night, and 7th and 8th graders at high school football games, there should be a wagon outside of the arena that any 7th and 8th graders that's misbehaved goes off to the island of misfits and becomes a donkey.
Right.
Awful. Don't like that group at all. And then we had an invasion of grandkids Saturday to Sunday.
How many?
4 of them.
Okay. Wow.
And it was found out that as much as I didn't like cold feet, nobody seemed to care. They were happy to put them on me and warm up.
Well, you're a warm person. I mean, you physically you get warm.
Yeah. Hey,
cuddling around
hey,
Andy.
Get those cold feet off me. I don't want to get my cold feet off you. Well, okay. What do you do?
See, that's where you shake them.
Oh.
You pretend you're a British nanny and you just go, and then they stop.
We had a wonderful day of pig racing Saturday. With the weather yesterday, they called me and said stay home. It's not going to be busy enough.
Yeah.
So I had yesterday off. And
I would think so.
Here we are Monday.
Yeah. Good. You are, and you're liking this weather too. I think you are the one that just loves the rain.
I can do without the rain. I do like cold and dark.
Okay.
I do.
Like it cold and dark. All right. My life is a basement or a cave.
Dude, I'm Northern European of descent.
It's okay.
If I lived in a mud hut, I'd be happy.
Yeah. Of course, you wouldn't have access to your phone.
Oh, well, that would be bad.
Yes.
That would be bad. You gonna wow us with some news?
Yeah, let's go. Let's get into it. Canada agreed on Sunday to sign on to a trade deal between the U.S. and Mexico. This revamps the North American Free Trade Agreement after more than a year of negotiations. New deal allows U.S. farmers greater access to Canada's dairy market and addresses concerns about potential U.S. auto tariffs. So this is one of those things that, if Trump could just shut up occasionally on Twitter or just not be as much of a dick, he's doing some good things, but it all gets overshadowed by the stream of consciousness, nonstop tweeting. It's everything. It covers up anything good he does, and it's really, really difficult for people to see some of the positives, and there are some positives. He's not all this and he's not all that. So I just wish, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And I think that's how a lot of people feel. Even people who are on his side feel like, dude, would you just knock off some of this stuff? But he can't.
As Archie Bunker would have said at one point, stifle it.
Exactly. He can't do it. And you get I mean, this is one of the reasons he was elected is to revamp this. So, we'll see what happens going forward. We'll see what happens with the Kavanaugh hearings. Of course, you got the investigation, FBI investigation. They put a cap on it. It's going to last a week, and then probably going to get confirmed. And if for some reason he doesn't, they're going to push somebody else through. So it's not going to really matter. I mean, You're either going to get Kavanaugh or you're going to get another conservative in there. So we'll see what happens. This next story is really interesting. I thought you would find this fascinating, and I'm curious as to what your take is on this. A new gene editing tool could potentially eliminate all mosquitoes.
Wow.
Researchers use the tool called CRISPR, that's CRISPR, Cas9, on a specific target in insect DNA, the double sex gene, rendering it sterile. Researchers found that 100% of mosquitoes were affected. So
the only thing I would caution, and I'm not saying this is a joke or foolishness or anything like that. The only thing I would caution is you have to stop and think of the food chain when you look at elimination of something like mosquitoes, because as awful and as they're terrible. They're a pain in the ass. They're pesty. They're blah blah blah. But the reality of the situation is that they are something's food, and what is that going to do to the overall food chain? We don't know.
Okay. Is there a species that subsists purely on mosquitoes?
Bats.
That's all they eat is mosquitoes?
I can't answer that. I just don't know. But all I'm saying is it's something that has to be thought on long and hard before you try and do something like that.
Right. That's a very good point. Something, most of us don't like to think about, get rid of all mosquitoes. I'm tired of itching. That's okay. Anything that gets rid of itching, I'm for. Right. So I will just say, just eliminate them. You want to take a pause. You're going to be the grown-up in this discussion. You say, take a pause. Let's look at the possible after effects, which is very fine, which is very adult of you. I just say, I hate itching, so kill them.
I hate it too.
There you go.
Actually, I was looking up something that I read the other day, and I just can't seem to find it. Something Robert Reich posted.
Okay.
About the whole, the whole scandal, with Trump and everything going on with the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
He was talking about a whole bunch of other tax cuts that got passed, and nobody noticed because of all the stuff going on. All the Supreme Court stuff.
Okay. That had nothing to do with the mosquito story, but
no, it didn't. But it just took me a minute to try and find the story. So
all right,
I was going to bounce back to the original story.
Okay.
Remember how that works? How you might flash back to a different story.
Right. I see. I thought you were going to add to something here, and then you didn't. So
no, but skeeters, I don't like.
Ruined. Yeah. Okay. You kind of ruined my momentum, is what I'm saying.
Down with skeeters. Momentum. But let's be cautious on that. As they used to say on Hill Street Blues, let's be careful out there.
Okay. Very good. Well stated. Finally, congratulations to Muskegon Big Red, former Muskegon Big Red. Yeah, I said Bid Red. Although some people may say Bid Reds. The Bid Reds.
No, they wouldn't say that. They'd say Big Reds.
Somebody could.
No, they couldn't.
All right. Anyway, congratulations to former Muskegon Big Red Ladarius Jefferson. He scored his first collegiate touchdown for Michigan State on Saturday, finishing with 56 yards and 13 carries. MSU beats Central 31-20. I think he's going to get more playing time significantly. He might be their best running back.
Nice.
And he's a true freshman. They didn't redshirt him, so it looks like he's going to get some more playing time and could be a big cog in the MSU wheel. Rest of the season, we'll have to see on that. But way to go, good dude, good kid. I feel good when good kids succeed and are doing big things. So good for him. Michigan comes from 17 down to beat Northwestern 20-17. Is the biggest comeback in the Jim Harbaugh era.
That's what we do.
Lions, of course, fall after coming back. They were down 20-10 in the fourth quarter, came back to take a 24-23 lead. Cowboys hit the game-winning field goal at the gun to win 26-24. Lions 1-3. So it's I said it. They're coming off the big win against New England.
Yep.
It's always, trying to get up for another game, especially going on the road to Dallas. That was going to be a little tough. I still think there's still some optimism in the Lions season. This is a better football team than 1-3. So we shall see forward what they do. Anyway, that's sports.
How about the finish of the Tiger season?
Nobody cares.
Yeah,
Nobody cares.
You should.
The most diehard Tiger fan isn't caring and isn't why? What's the point? They're done. They've been done for months. Stop.
Finally, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Did you notice anything?
Yeah, did you trim the goatee?
No, come on. Look.
I don't notice any weird sunburns because it was raining all weekend. No. You're trying to show one side of your face and then another side of your face.
Look over here. See that?
Did you get new headphones?
I got new pads for my headphones.
Wow.
Aren't those nice? Yeah.
How could I not have noticed that? I don't know. Wow.
Amazing.
That's nice, impressive. I'm
I
sorry
will see
I didn't
you
notice
tomorrow.
That earlier. Bye.